Hey, what's up? Welcome to DegenEd. That's degenerative education, meaning none of this is financial advice. Just me having fun looking at charts, like the chart behind me, which is of CleanSpark, ticker symbol CLSK. And here I am recording this on Monday, February 26th, during market hours. So this price will be changing over the course of the video. But it does look like CleanSpark has opened up the week very strong, being up nearly 23%, having hit a high on the day of $20.73. So far, the day is not over yet, but currently trading above $20, looking really strong. And so, yeah, I think that there could be a lot of upside potential for CleanSpark, especially with Bitcoin and other coins. The altcoins, breaking higher as well. So I do think that there is a lot of upside for this, but I just really wanted to go over some levels I had previously gone over. Specifically, I wanted to point out from this retracement here, the 1618 extension at $17.98. So that is marked by this yellow line here. Now I'm just going to zoom in back on the chart so we can look at that. And so, the last video that I had put out came out last week on February 16th when we have this little green candle here, and I had suggested that it did look like we were putting in some topping signals, might be seeing a pullback, especially with this gap here at $16.39. But that gap was since filled following this pullback, and then since that pullback, I've done this other retracement that will give us some more levels to consider. And one level that I think is going to be really important, whether it's for the daily close today, Monday, February 26th, or for the weekly close, closing above $19.23 is going to be really important since that was the previous high. Since we pulled back from that, that suggests that there aren't buyers above that level. But if we can hold above 19.23, if we can hold above $20 a share, that would suggest that there is still strength in the stock and that it could be moving higher, like to this extension here, the 1618, at a price of $21.84. So that is a possibility, but we really need to be seeing closes above 1923. It's great that current price is above that, but if the close for today is lower than 1923, that would suggest that there are sellers up here, nobody's buying, and that it is resistance. So do keep that in mind depending on what the close is for the day and, for the week. And so levels that we might be pulling back to if we can't hold 1923, one that stands out is the 786 here at a price of $18.32. That does seem to coincide with the open on February 20th, which was at a price of $18.36, so just a little bit higher than that. But really, it would be better to be holding above the high of that day, which was $18.50, also being kind of a psychological level, 50 cents above $18, which $18 does coincide with this yellow extension from the previous retracement that I had done. But just below that 786 is the 618 at a price of $17.61. That seems to coincide nicely with the high from February 22nd. And so that was a price of $17.68. So ideally, we don't put any closes below that. We at least want to be showing strength above that level. If not, it's just showing weakness and price will likely go down. But then further levels to the downside, I skipped the 50% retracement. That didn't really seem too significant to me. But the 382 here at $16.62, really just, kind of corresponding with that gap level, and then also being above the high from February 21st when we did have this inverted hammer candle, which did suggest reversal, and that's exactly what we got. And then the next level down being the 236, being surprisingly at the exact price of $16 a share. I do think that is going to be a psychological level, just being a round number. And then, of course, the low here at $15, which was the low on February 21st. So those are all levels to the downside that I think could potentially act as support, but really what I would like to see is holding 19.23, getting closes above that, getting closes above $20 a share, and potentially moving to $21.84 and potentially higher, like to the 2618 extension from that previous Fibonacci retracement, and that is at a price of $25.13. Really, just $25 a share. I do think that's going to be a psychological level. And then if I do take a step back before I close this video, just looking at, this inverted head and shoulders pattern that I had shown, heading up to $25.13 could be a possibility, especially if Bitcoin continues to rally. But I do think that we will probably bump into some resistance, actually might be found right around the high here at $23.60. So in the range between $23 and $24, might be bumping our heads there. So do keep that in mind. But, I do think before that, really getting to $21.84, closing above that, $22 a share, I think that's going to be really key. But of course, we need to be getting above this high here, closing above it, $19.23. So that is really key for it to move higher. But now that we do have a wick above that level, at least, we're really going to need to start to see closes above 21, stuff like that, for this to continue higher. But, it's showing a lot of strength here, right around 23% up for the day so far. We'll see where it closes, but I'm feeling pretty good about it. I think it looks pretty strong. But, those are just my thoughts. If you found them helpful, make sure you like the video, share your thoughts in the comments down below, and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Thanks a lot for watching.